Hello everybody, welcome to Monday, and we are going to be starting a game that I really enjoy, but the problem I have is that I've never actually finished it, because it's such a time sink. But, I mean, what is this channel for, if not for me to play games that I've meant to finish in my long time of gaming. So we're playing this on the Super Nintendo. And in fact, I took a picture of it, so real quick, just boop. There's my Super Nintendo with my copy, with my very, very roughly used copy of Ogre Battle. You can see that I bought a used copy that someone had put a sticker on over the main sticker, and it ripped a bunch of the main sticker out. But the game still works, and so does the battery. At least I checked it this morning. But we're gonna start by just kind of we're gonna do a quick reset, and because what we want to see is we want to see the opening story before we get started. So I'm just gonna kind of let this go. One of the great things about this game is the soundtrack. March of the Black Queen. This game got released on a bunch of different systems, and I have copies of it on pretty much everything that I can find it on. Well, I mean, it didn't get released on a bunch of systems, but it did get released originally on the Super Nintendo. There was a Saturn release in Japan. I have a copy of that. There's a PlayStation release that actually made it to the US. I have two of those because one of them was bad. And I guess it's been recently replaced or re-released on the what you call it, Switch store or whatever. Episode 5, taking a cue from George Lucas. Sage Rashidi, perhaps driven by madness, assassinated his former friend King Gran Zenobia and joined with Empress Endora, leader of the Northern Highlands, to wage war on 4 kingdoms. The overpowering military of the Highland legions took but a year to subdue the whole continent, and the Zetaginian Empire was born. The rule of the Empire was a pure regime of terror. Merciless persecution was directed against the loyal survivors of the old kingdoms and those who had escaped tyranny. The hearts of the people were troubled by secrets and betrayals, and much blood was spilt upon the land. Imperial Year 24. Here on the frontiers of Sharam, the last survivors of the Knights of Zenobia were planning the final challenge. Well, as I said, I've played through the first 10 or 15 missions of this game 100 times, it feels like. But I've never finished the game. And so this is going to be, potentially, a little slow and a little rough. We'll see. Let's get started. The power of the tarot to decide whether or not you are fit to become our leader. And we'll put in the usual. Is this name okay? Well, yeah, it's fine. So this was a really fun thing back in the day when this got started. You start out with like a little bit of a personality test using tarot cards. What above all other things do you think is the greatest crime against your fellow man? It's kind of reminiscent of like Ultima 4, Quest of the Avatar. What do we think here? I mean, of these three choices, sacrificing someone is probably the worst choice, I guess. Just because, you know, to deceive someone, you can always walk that back. To steal from someone, you can give restitution. But once someone's been sacrificed, it's kind of game over, huh? Let's do it. You have been commanded by your king to create a magic potion. What kind of potion do you create? Poison, wealth, immortality. So, poison is interesting. Kind of a rather dark choice, I guess. Wealth is kind of the conventional choice. Immortality is interesting because it's almost like going too far, you know? Like even a great king might not be great forever. By the way, these cards that we are getting drawn, they're all going to be in our inventory when we start the game. Tarot cards are kind of like special magic spells in the game. We'll do Wealth Potion, kind of the middle road. Some of the questions are kind of tricky. You want to be sure that your knights abstain from disgraceful behavior. What do you warn them most about? Well, knights are supposed to be honorable, right? So maybe don't make empty promises? The other two seem to have too many exceptions. As a king wishing to rule the world, what personality trait do you feel you most lack? Ooh. Probably expansionism. I'm moderately efficient if I'm actually working on things. And putting things into action is probably not too far behind expansionism for me, but expansionism is probably the thing I lack most of those three. Not by too long of a shot, though. After a long and difficult battle, your army has finally achieved victory. What do you credit your victory to? Choose the humble answer there. The Hermit card. After a difficult battle, the army I lead was unfortunately defeated. What was the cause of my defeat? It's interesting. I'm kind of torn between these two a little bit. The lack of leadership is humble, but maybe too humble, maybe too self-effacing. A lack of military strength, though, is like a tactical miscalculation, right? Or that you tried to punch above your weight too much. We'll go with that one. Finally, please choose a tarot card from the deck. You just pick something at random. The Devil card. O gods above, please grant to our leader bravery and honor, and to us all victory. So, I'm just going to use all three save slots because they're empty. I hope my battery holds out. If my battery fails, we're going to start over on an emulator. That's all I can really do. So you start out with a pretty basic unit. Main character, and then some people. You can kind of see what results you got. You can see that my charisma is just above the bottom, and my alignment is just below. Very low intelligence. But that's alright. We're going to be using the Iainuki ability, which isn't based on intelligence, I'm pretty sure. There's a lot of tricky mechanics in this game, and we're going to be going through them bit by bit. At least as much as I know about them. I don't think we have any items to use, yeah. Yeah, there's not much to do at the start, just basically start at the Castle of Warren. So, here we go. Scene 1, beginning. There's our boss. You can see that bar there is our reputation bar. The reputation bar is... well, it's kind of an interesting thing. It goes up and down very slowly in general. There's stuff that you can do based on luck that makes it go up and down, but most of the meat and potatoes of moving it around are going to be what the alignment of your soldiers taking cities are. So, this is one reason that I like, well, this isn't particularly a good reason for it, but the SNES version has a little bit of pathfinding added to your characters. Not like a huge amount, but a little bit. And one thing that I kind of dislike about the PlayStation version is that you have a waypoint system, but there's no pathfinding. So if you don't take the time to make a bunch of waypoints, you end up like crossing lots of mountains, or, you know, staying off roads. Here we are, liberated a trade city, Dascania. Little voice clips are always nice. Pull a card. The Priestess card. Alignment up. We gather information and get tarot cards. Receive tribute every day from each town you liberate. You can't run an army without money, so be sure to liberate some towns. Now, there's a lot of hidden stuff in this game, and we're going to see the first part of that. This spot right here, it looks like it's just the right size for like a icon to be there. In fact, there is something there. I'm pretty sure. Going across water is slow for most units. Later on, we'll get units that can do different kinds of special terrain movement. Found the walled city of Zeltenia.
Find out.
And we liberated it.
Liberation.
Empress.
Thank you.
Or Empress. Bleh. Empress. Charisma up. Yeah, we'll keep it. It's Lans. He is a knight of the Royal Zenobian Army. You must be the new leader, Warren was talking about. I like the look in your eyes. We've lived until this day only to see the wasteful death of King Gran avenged. At your side, we just may be able to do that. I pledge my allegiance to you. We will fight with you until the Zenobian Empire is crushed and true peace is returned. Now we can deploy units. But we can also go into edit units, and there's Lanza's unit. Now what we're going to want to do is view status. He's got very good alignment, but his two mages do not. Whereas all of these characters have alignment of above 50. And so in general, you're going to want to be liberating towns with high alignment units. I think that's how you gain reputation for the most part. So we're going to go liberate this temple here. We could deploy Lans, but it's expensive and we don't really need to for this mission. Your money does carry over from mission to mission. Yeah, so if you look at a town like this, you can see that it has middle... I think that Ankh shape thing is the alignment of the town. And then the heart is the morale. You can also see how much tribute you get from the town. Now, night has fallen, and the interesting thing about the way that this game works is that your high alignment characters are less efficient at night, and your low alignment characters are more efficient at night. And so you actually do need to have low alignment characters in your army, otherwise the enemy forces will just trounce you in the nighttime. Pull that card. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll keep it. Everything progresses in real time, morning to night, night to morning. I must be able to make quick decisions or lose battles. Of course, you can always pause the game. Yep. No, it's fine, thank you. Actually, I wonder. We can make the text go a little faster, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the only. Those are the only towns on this map. Either you can use the L and R button, or the R button to do that, the L button to do that. No, oh, well, here we go. It's fight time. It seems that you have prepared for the battle ahead. You must now do battle with me. If you manage to defeat me, we will all follow you. Let's do it. Now, he's by himself. Tap the A button. Tactics. In general, a weak tactic is pretty good because you'll take out enemies that way. But, well, nah. For now, we're just gonna point at the leader. We have a decent number of tarot cards, but I don't think we need to waste any for this fight. Let's try it. 32. She'll survive another one of those. Miss. There's a lot of misses in this game. $17. Very strong against magic attacks. There we go. We got him. The first fight of the game. You've done well, and all now know your power. Our fate lies in your hands. Shall we fight together until the Zenobian Empire is brought to its knees? Liberated Volzak? You get bonus money for beating the level quickly. Decent amount. I think that sun card, drawing that sun card was a bit of a problem. There we go. And basically Warren comes with a bunch of units, which we're going to kind of take a look at. So the name of the game is maximizing your unit's effectiveness and getting your class changes as quickly as possible. Or at least that's the kind of the name of the game. And so the question is, how do we do that? The base units are fighters for men and Amazons for women. As you can see there, we've got 3 fighters and 3 Amazons, 2 octopi and 2 griffins in the back ranks. Only certain units can lead units. Generally speaking, animals or monsters and undead golems cannot lead. First tier units can't lead either. But you can see already that there's some strange things going on here. Like, look at this unit. We've got Hino's unit here, which has a Cerberus, or a Hellhound. What's he called? He's a Hellhound. Tier 1. You can level up monster enemies too. But there's a wizard in the front ranks, which is just dumb, right? So what we actually want to do is change the formation of this unit. And we want to put the 2 mages in the back. And we can put the knight in the front. He'll do more damage there. Oops. Dang it. What else to do? You can change classes downward. Like, if I click on this knight guy, he can go back down to a fighter. What fighters can turn into and what Amazons can turn into is dependent on their stats. So, it can be tricky. Anybody else need formation changes? You need a formation change. You'll notice that some units have 4. Some teams have 4 units and some have 5. Hellhounds, golems, some of those enemies are, or some of those monsters are large type units, and they take up 2 spaces. So, like, Warren's unit here is 2 Hellhounds and Warren himself, which is a total of 5 spaces. You can max out at 5 spaces. What else can we do here? Is there anything else useful that we can do? We're going to want to level up some of these Amazons and stuff. But you know what we probably could do that would be helpful is maybe make 1 extra unit. So this is a pretty balanced unit. It doesn't have any healing, which is a bit of a problem. Same with this unit. These units are going to be good for holding on to towns or liberating them, but they're not going to be good for like trekking across and fighting enemies on the road, basically. Clerics, as you can see in this unit, are good for healing, which keeps you alive on the road. But we don't have very many clerics. We have exactly 1 cleric. So we're just going to have to kind of do without healing for the most part for the next mission or 2 until some of our low-level people get promoted. But that's okay. What else can we do here? 2 fighters in front, 2 fighters in front. This unit only has 4 things, right? So we can actually beef up this unit. We can add a character to this unit, and probably another Amazon? And then we'll do formation again. Let's see. If we can... You know what we can do? We can remove this cleric. And then we can add another Amazon. Or even another fighter, honestly. But we'll go Amazon, because we're going to need clerics. And then what we can do is we can go over here. And if we go over here and select this one, and then choose our cleric as a unit leader... There we go. Then we can just add characters. Oh, I did it again. I keep doing that. Now, I'm pretty sure you can only have 10 units out at a time. So, you're going to want to have a couple of extra units to maybe swap in and out for specific purposes, but realistically you're going to want to keep your unit number not too high, much higher, above 10. What else can we do here? You know, one thing that I probably should do, actually, you might be saying, what are you doing? You're removing units. But what I want to do is switch from a Hellhound to a Griffin. And now, this unit moves in the high sky. You can see that each unit has a move type. Hellhounds get you mountain movement, but Griffins get you high sky movement, which is very nice. It'd be fun, maybe, to play like a monster-focused run at some point. As you can see, we have quite a few monsters in the roster, but as soon as we get some of these lower-level people ranked up... Well, wait a minute, hold on a minute, I have another thought, actually. Let's view status here. Look at Lanza's, 65 alignment, and these two have 45. We can remove them. Right? Oh, the Griffin's 45 as well. Well, no, but we can still... We can do a little swapperino, right? We're going to start them out like that. And we're going to make one more unit. Shallot, huh? So there we go. It's probably way over-prepared for the first mission, but just for the fun of it, yeah? Sharam. Sharam? Scene 2, Rally. We've all got positive alignment, so first step is always to take a couple of towns. Now, let's go to the edit unit thing. Who's going to be best for liberating towns? $62 is not bad. And a bunch of 50s? Yeah, max unit seems pretty good. And we'll also deploy Warren's unit. And if you hit the B button, he'll just stick at the base. We don't have an infinite amount of cash right now, so we're gonna try to kind of go slow. We just liberated a trade city. Each city has a type. Justice. Lucky indeed. HP max. Very nice. We'll keep the card. Yeah, as they say, we can buy items in trade cities, generally speaking. Yeah. Yep. There's usually 1 or 2 shops per level, at least in the levels I've been in. But what we're going to do is we're going to buy a bunch of cures. That would be, what, 8,000? Yeah, that's about right. You can also hit the select button to see what items do. We'll just get a couple of revives, just for emergencies. That should do it for now. So now that main character team has taken the city, we can basically put someone else as a garrison. And we can move our main character ahead a little bit. Now you have to be careful here, because if you over level, you start to lose alignment and or charisma. I forget which one exactly. Temperance. That's a nice card. Yeah, reputation. Where you fight depends on how you're moving. If both units are moving, you will fight halfway between where you met. If one unit is stationary, you'll fight on the ground of the unit that's stationary. Wipe out the whole enemy unit, but what happens if you don't do that? Whichever side in the battle causes the most damage is the victor. But tarot card based damage is not counted. It's kind of a good system. So Lanz is there as a garrison. He'll be able to protect that city if anybody tries to attack it directly. But what's probably going to happen is the enemies are probably going to come along this road from the main city to right here. And we want him to level up too. So what we'll do, actually, rather than pushing forward, is we'll station him in the garrison just a little bit behind where the enemies are going to show up. There we go. Here comes our first group. Now early on, the groups are not very well optimized. As you can see, the knight is in the back, which means he's going to do less attacks. Same thing with the fighter, and it's a 3-person unit. So this, hopefully, we will ruin these guys. But what we're going to do, in case we don't ruin them, is we're going to deploy one more unit. That's going to be Morris's unit. I guess it could be this one. We'll do Gene's unit. And we'll deploy this unit, like, here. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make sure that we don't just cut the heads off of units. We need to actually take the units out. Hello, Nicodemus52. Yeah, it's classic Enix, RPG music. Definitely some Breath of Fire in there, I guess. We're gonna pick the tactic Strong, because that'll evenly knock out the enemy's health. Oof, not much damage. Oof. Now, you see he gets bumped back. Now, he might choose to... He's going to continue to attack. That's fine. That's exactly what we want.
Fight it out.
Another rather weak unit. That's a lot of damage. Oh, we have to retreat. You see that? Otherwise, we're gonna, he's gonna get killed. Well, we'll show what happens. 29. Oof. He has 1 hit point left. If we can... Yes! Success! Okay, we barely pulled that one off. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to throw a healing item on him. Not you. Maybe even a second one, honestly. Fortunately, there's no penalty for using healing items. Like no, you know, no charisma or alignment penalty for using healing items. And so when you get surrounded by a bunch of enemies, this is what happens. If you hit the B button, you pause before battle. We've got a Hellhound and a Mage. Probably want to heal those. No, not you, damn. Because their Mage is working on a weak strategy. And so he'll just destroy our lower level units, and then we'll have to get them revived, which is expensive. It's a bit of a waste. But it's alright. It'll get us better results in the end.
Fight it out.
Oof. Not quite. Now that unit might try to retreat. Let's see what he does. Yep, he's retreating. See that? We're gonna have Jean cut him off. Max unit has met with the enemy again. Oof, can't take another one of those, huh? Got him. So, well, hold on a second. Found a chime in the enemy unit. Sometimes enemy units will drop goodies. So, it's It's worth noting that we wiped out that unit. It is gone. It will not respawn. If you knock out the leader of an enemy, it'll turn into a skull and crossbones, and it'll return back home and get rebuilt, basically. So you definitely want to take enemy units out completely if you can. And actually, we're going to want to throw another cure at him. Oh, and what does the chime do? Calls forth a neutral unit. Oh, that's nice. You can recruit neutral units sometimes. They'll appear on the map. Let's take these knights out. Oof. Another unit almost done. They might retreat too. But Jean's gonna do some damage.
Fight it out.
This is another unit that's not very well set up because the Amazons in the front are only going to get one shot. So we knocked that unit back, but our real goal is that knight unit.
Fight it out.
Because we want to make sure they don't get resupplied. By doing this, you limit the experience that you build, which has its ups and downs in this game. It helps you build reputation more easily as well. Okay, that unit is down. Back off. You'll notice that she also moves really quick over all terrain. High Sky is really good. Okay, we found some buried treasure.
Find out.
We found a Euros. Don't know what that is. Items. It is a sword. Strength plus 15, intelligence plus 3. That's pretty good. You can equip items on your soldiers. You can always take them back off again. But we can keep Jean kind of searching the map for goodies. Well, the F around part was the enemies coming after us.
Fight it out.
But that's fight it out, I guess, not find out. Man, when did this game come out? 94? I mean, it was, you know, 30 years before that meme. Oof. There we go. And we got some levels on our lower level people. That's good stuff. Well, we'll see what they do. But let's... Oh, they're moving straight in. Where's the ability? Here we go. We can edit. So I think they need to make it to level 4 before they're allowed to do any of the major changes. But what we're actually going to do is we're going to move him back and move Hero Team up a little bit. That's why, and that'll give this group a chance to fight. We'll do the same thing with Lance's unit later.
Fight it out.
Done for.
Fight it out.
Switch to strong. Okay, not bad. Hopefully they stick around. Yeah, they're sticking around. They're coming back for more.
Fight it out.
The leader goes down. The Amazon goes down. And we all level up. Very nice. We found a Roshian temple.
Find out.
Now you want to hit pause. Nope, dang it. I screwed up.
Liberation.
This was not the best team to do a liberation, but there it is.
Thank you.
Reputation goes up. Welcome to our temple. Star of Heroes. It is a symbol of true heroism. We know it will help you on your way. There are a lot of very cryptic items in this game.
Fight it out.
Oof. Valkyries have good magic defense. There we go. Yeah, they're still coming back for more. That's okay. We can take it.
Fight it out.
should have them. Ooh, a miss. But victory. So once day breaks, we'll go liberate some more temples. We'll take Shallot's team over here, and we'll occupy this temple. It's important to not lose liberated places. That is an easy way to lose a lot of reputation. Where's that witch going? I guess she's headed for Lons. He might need a little reinforcement, actually. Well, this might work out just fine, actually. Shallot's unit met with the enemy. Witches are bad. That's what witches do. That stun ability is incredibly dangerous. Yeah, you see, most of my turns got removed because of that stun ability. That kicks her over there. Now we might be in the water. Yep. We just barely won that one.
Fight it out.
You can see how witches are really good at turn control. And because of the way that victories and losses are calculated, if she can stop you from having your attacks, she can win the fight. It's very dangerous units, especially later on when the units are actually filled out. Is she gonna go to the temple? She's going to the temple, I think.
Fight it out.
More enemies for us to take on. Oof. This is where things can get tricky. She's going for that town.
Fight it out.
Get a spell off. Oh. Or do that. That works. Alright, that unit is wiped. How are we doing on health? What's the enemy unit? We can probably take it. But we're gonna get these guys moving again. I think there's something down over here or something like that. Let's check this area out.
Fight it out.
Oh, interesting. Are they using a strong strategy? Well, they're using a leader strategy. Interesting. We're gonna need to knock that unit out. This is gonna get risky. Oh, he's coming in.
Fight it out.
All right, fine. We'll let Mac take him out. One down. Very cool.
Fight it out.
Oh, we'll take these guys out easily. Just one mage with 27 hit points. He's done for. If we can hit him. Thank you. Okay, we've got all our places defended again. This unit is a Hellhound and a Beastmaster. Or Beastman, I think. Which again is a super, underpowered team. He could fit a second Hellhound in there if he wanted to. Oof. Every time we miss, it's like, a little bit of our offensive capabilities not used properly. But I think we still won this one.
Fight it out.
Almost, almost. Yeah, I knew he missed again. Beastmaster's left. Is he going to retreat? Not if we can help it. Here we go. Oh, he's not retreating either.
Fight it out.
Because you're generally outnumbered, the enemies are a little bit... They have a little bit of Fire Emblem syndrome in some cases. But there we go. Okay. Day is breaking. 54, 56. You notice that we're gaining a little bit of alignment from fighting enemies that are stronger than us. But we'll probably have Max Group take on some of that. There's a temple. Another Empress card. Very nice. "80 years ago, the Zenobian Empire was built upon the peace brought by the Roshian temples. Created by Prince Roshian, but now persecuted. If one of you is killed, please go to the nearest temple. We can summon the power of the gods to restore you to life." And we're actually going to move Lance up. We're going to move Warren over here. We're actually going to move Mac over here. You see this road, how it just kind of ends? Well, as you might guess, there's something over there. We're going to try to take this city too, because I don't see any enemies coming. If we see enemies coming, we'll back off, but they might have finished off all of their units. And if we can get to those towns before the sun reaches noon, we'll get extra tribute. Warren's unit has finished moving. Come on, guys, move, move, move. I don't see any more enemies. Liberated Valakesh. Priestess card. Alignment up. So you're allowed, I think, 14 tarot cards. Some of the cards are more useful than others. Like Empress cards, we're not going to ever throw away. Priestess cards, we're not going to ever throw away. Lover's cards are good. In fact, pretty much all the cards we have are good, except Sun is a bit of a double-edged sword. It hits both sides of the thing, so we won't need too many of those. Watch strength when deciding position. Strong characters in the front, weak in the back. Like a mullet. Or something. Alignment fights better during the day. Low alignment fights at night. High alignment, more damage at night. Low alignment, more damage taken during the day. That's fine. We're looking forward to the day when peace will return. Come on, get there, get there, get there. Self-ruled city. And liberated. Falsala.
Liberation.
And since we're full on cards, we'll actually give it a miss. Because drawing cards can be negative as well as positive, so if you're full up, you don't, and you have good cards, then you know, don't be in a hurry to get more cards, basically. Don't you have temples that can revive the dead? Yes. There we go. 38 grand in tribute, 7,100 in army expenses, and we bump up to about 48k. Are you done moving? You're done moving. I feel like I didn't even see the notice, but oh well. I'm pretty sure there's some more buried treasure down around here. But I guess I could be wrong. And, little pause button, we can actually look at the enemy group. You don't get to see the leader, but you get to see everybody other than the leader before you fight them. So we've got 2 mages. They're probably going to have low alignment, so we're going to want to attack them during the day. Is there anything else suspicious where there might be another city that we want to worry about? Possibly not. Might be it for cities. That's not true. So we're trying to aim for a relatively good amount of bonus fight. So, no, not there. Let's give him a little punch during the daytime while we have the alignment bonus advantage. Maybe it's here? It looks like he's not throwing enemies out anymore, so we can actually move everybody up. Once you can blockade the enemy main base, you can prevent them from making their way out. Here we go. We've met with the enemy. Usar, how dare you rebel against the Empire? It's not too late. Bow down before the Empire. Never! You don't know what's best for you. Alright, now you'll learn. Now for this fight, we actually want to go with leader. Ooh, and they're using a weak strategy, so we're going to be in big trouble. Yep. Oh, did I miss? It missed! Hell yeah! Get that Iainuki in there. Another miss. It was a risk, but I think we're taking this one. 2 hit points. Got him. Hell yeah. So for these fights, you can just take out the leader. And that liberates the final city. Liberated Jindark. And by doing that relatively quickly, and with no time-shifting tarot cards, we get a pretty decent haul of bonus money. Almost a day's worth. So, one thing worth noting is that you can revisit places after you finish them. So these are the borders of Sharam. And what we can do is we can just deploy our flying units. That would be Jean. And we're going to send her over here where she was on her way before. And who was the other one? Hino? No. Morris? Yeah, Morris. over here, I think there's still a little bit more buried treasure. And so, you don't get tribute anymore once you've cleared an area. So those numbers aren't particularly meaningful at this point. So you generally want to try to keep this to less than a day if you can. But you can also find neutrals. You can go revisit towns, do buying and selling, and all that good stuff. Any places where there could be buried treasure. Batista. My name is Batista, the Great Magician. I'd like to ask a favor of you. Somewhere on the continent, a Book of the Dead is buried. If you find it, don't sell it, bring it to me. So there are a lot of little side quests in this game. Batista wants a Book of the Dead. This town is Valna. So, you definitely want to try to keep notes and stuff of this, because it's handy. We'll buy a few more cures. We'll even buy 2 more revives. Sometimes these towns, if you revisit them also, they will have information for you. Oh, she's not done. Okay, Morris is though. Maybe over here? We'll try there real quick. You gotta love those old school Mode 7 graphics too. We've read this already. So, he says all that will change, but there are plenty of really bad endings in this game. 2 ways to add members to the rebel forces. Stopping a unit out of town will let you recruit. You must have space in your unit to add someone. The unit leader determines who you can recruit, 2 levels lower than the unit leader. So more powerful leaders can recruit more powerful characters. Add neutral characters. You can try to befriend them if you get into encounters with them. That depends on charisma. And you've maxed out at 100 people in the army. Star of Heroes is very precious. Don't lose it and don't sell it. To the east of Jindark is Ellery. Have you found it? No, we haven't. Have you found Fossil? That's a hidden city down the road to the southwest. Apparently there's an incredible treasure in Fossil. They're waiting to give it to a true hero. So, in fact, we did miss a town in my previous thingamajig. Which usually isn't a problem, but sometimes it is. Let's see, east of Varna. It must be on this island. Maybe on the island he's crossing over. Now we want to... Yep, we found a Magician City, but we don't... This unit has low alignment. So we don't want to liberate the city with this unit. For sure. So we'll send them somewhere else instead. Thanks to the rebels, this has become peaceful. It's become a peaceful city again. We believe you may be able to save the continent. We wish you luck. Well, we didn't find any more buried treasure, but we did happen to find another town, which is nice. Liberate this city real quick. Where else might there be some buried treasure? Maybe right here? Kind of inclined to try this corner here. Probably this unit will get there first. Alright, we liberated Ellery. Do you wish to pull a card? No, we're full. Are you waiting to go up in levels before you fight? It's often a good idea to use low-level units to fight in towns, but be sure not to go too high too fast. This will lead to evil. If you want to find the way of kings, you can't rely only on force. Once you reach the level of enemy unit leaders, it's probably best to finish the stage. This will make your fight more difficult, but will earn the people's trust. So they actually give you some pretty significant hints, too. As long as we get out of here before the sun reaches noon, we won't waste any of our extra money. You gotta watch the clock. I think we're about out of time. Alright, that's good enough. Then we can just return the map for free. Bam. Yes. Alright, there we are. So I think we will call the stream here for tonight. A good start. We gained pretty significant reputation. We had some pretty good rolls on the tarot cards. And we're leveling up some of our weaker units first. Trying to aim for the good ending, but probably won't get quite the best ending, because it's not just having the highest reputation, there's also a bunch of questy stuff that has to get done. But this is Ogre Battle. We'll be playing this on Mondays around this time for a while. I usually try to play these games until I finish them, so we'll get through one playthrough and finally I'll be able to say I've finished this game. Let's see, Wednesdays we're starting up Dungeon Siege on Wednesday and going to be working on that. Dungeon Siege is kind of like a... It's by Gas Powered Games, the company that did Total Annihilation, I think? Like the studio that did Total Annihilation. They got bought. And then they basically were asked to create something Diablo-esque. And I've heard it's really good. So it's another game that's been on my bucket list. And we're going to be starting that on Wednesday. On Friday, we were continuing with Dying Light. And then over on the YouTube channel on Tuesday, we've got Labyrinth of Toho. So if any of that sounds good, feel free to take a look. Otherwise, I'll say thanks for watching, thanks for listening, Nicodemus52, thanks for chatting, and yeah, see you later.